Well, hello all my friends, Kevin here from Foolish Media, and thank you for watching this video. Before we get any further, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel. Alright, well I just got back from the 2023 SEMA Show and can tell you that things have changed over the years, most dramatically since COVID or 2020 when they skipped the event entirely because of complications with making it all happen. And a lot of companies realized that they don't need to go to an actual trade show in order to show off their new products. They could use that money to market them online or on social media or whatnot. But yeah, so there were a number of holes in the show floor. But SEMA was a bit strategic in this, and they filled those areas, so they still put on a good show. It was still big, took me a few days to get through all of it. And yeah, there was a number of trucks, if you haven't been there before, a number of trucks that debuted, high dollar vehicles and all of that. So I got a bunch of coverage of all of that stuff, so much that I decided to make this video. So do keep in mind that I am a professional in the scene, so I am able to go after hours to the show when there's nobody in the background and all of that, and I can capture some good video and photos of all of these vehicles. So yeah, also another thing is that you may see my hands touching hoods or doors or whatnot. I am trusted with some of these builders, and I ask them ahead of time, get permission to do so. So if you do go to the show, please keep that in mind. Don't be touching anybody's vehicles. People get really pissed off about that, especially at the show. These high dollar vehicles that are just sitting around, and yeah, it can be tempting to touch them and everything, but do not do that. Anyways, there's lots to look at, so I hope you enjoy this video. First up, we got Romanini's '59 Chevy Apache. And if you don't know anything about Task Force Chevy trucks, I can tell you that finding a fleet side version that's clean enough to be polished up and go to the SEMA Show is pretty much a rare thing. They didn't make as many of those as they did for the step side versions. So yeah, finding one is pretty rare. And this one was built by my buddy Blake at Stoner Speed Shop. And I've known him for a number of years, and usually the trucks he builds are patina style trucks, and they aren't really polished up all the time. So seeing this was kind of nice. But yeah, it was all black, shiny down the side. It had some black satin details that really set this thing off. It was in the Gandrud Performance Parts booth because it had a Chevrolet LT4 engine in it. So yeah, you know this thing has the goods. It's meant to go fast and all of that. It was also sitting pretty low on a Roadster Shop airbag chassis. So yeah, I just love seeing this thing. It was great. I don't think too many people talked about it, so it was a little bit you know, left off in the corner a little bit. But yeah, a great truck from Stoner Speed Shop. Now I know a lot of you are familiar with Richard Rawlings and his Gas Monkey crew, as they were featured on the hit TV show Fast and Loud on Discovery Channel. But a number of years ago that ended because the guys quit to pursue some other projects. And one of those this year they went hard with was their YouTube channel. They've got a lot of content on there, so check them out if you have the chance. And though you might have some mixed opinions about them, they brought 4 amazing rides to the SEMA Show. One of them I found really exciting was a classic GMC. And I even caught up with Richard at the show, so I'll let him explain a bit about it.
What's up everybody, it's Richard, and it is 2023 SEMA, and Gas Monkey brought the force, as in 4 cars. Right behind me is our 68 GMC C1500, and we really went all out on this one, and we also built this car from a yard find, if you will, with mixed-match doors and mixed-match bed and everything else, to what you see here in about 45 days. We couldn't have done it without some astounding partners, Scott and Vicky's, Chevrolet Performance, LME, I mean, the list goes on. We've got a TCI one-off chassis here that's laying the frame and the body on the ground on 24s. We've got the new L8T motor, already canned. You could say it's the LSX killer. And on the interior, we got hooked up with Texas seat, and also NTX audio. You know, this car and this truck turned out unbelievable. But the piece de resistance is this front grille. This is 2 solid pieces of billet aluminum that we designed, and it took about 72 hours to cut out and affix to the truck. So I don't think you're going to see another one of those because they're very expensive. But I couldn't be more proud. Hopefully I'm not missing out on too many vendors. We got JTX forged wheels, we got Willwood brakes, we got Resto Mod Air. There was just so many people that came in and got us working on this truck and got us some parts we needed that we could build something this incredible in 45 minutes.
Up next we have Sven Boernicke's 1965 Chevy C30 dually. Now it's not rare to see one of these trucks cleaned up and at a show or anything like that, but it is rare to find a dually, as they just didn't make them back in those days. So yeah, with a little imagination, Dan from Pure Metal Works was able to work his metal magic and make this all happen for Sven, who actually lives in Germany. So yeah, this truck at some point is going to keep going overseas, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, this truck was absolutely spectacular. It had all the goods, especially up front, including a 427 LS that was twin turbocharged, so you know it's got a lot of power. It's sitting on a GSI chassis, airbag chassis at that, so it tucks those 22-inch American Force wheels. They were gold, so that was a nice touch, having the black and the gold together. Really nice color combination. When we got on the inside, the interior was absolutely flawless, just like the outside. It had some nice quality leather that had some diamond stitching on it and everything, so yeah, no complaints there. And in the back, we had a raised bed floor that had a lot of compartments, actually. One, you can see the suspension, and another one that was for, or actually could become a cooler so that you could put beers in it. That was really a nice touch. Well, yes, I have featured the Banks 1966 Chevy C20 pickup known as LokJaw before, but it came to the SEMA show this year. It was completely done, and I couldn't resist putting it on this list. And if you aren't familiar with it, basically somebody sold them the truck for $1, and they decided, hey, we're Banks, we're gonna put a huge power plant in this thing, and that's exactly what they did. They put in an L5P Duramax diesel engine in, and they put a Whipple supercharger on top of it. It looks like an absolute jewel, and from what I hear, this thing is absolutely nasty, sounds really loud, so I can't wait to hear it in person, so that stuff will probably be coming up. But anyways, this truck is not all about performance. It's also about style, and that's why they put it on a Roadster Shop airbag chassis, so it can tuck a set of 22-inch wheels. And those wheels are made by Spark Industries, and they're nothing to just simply gaze over, as they're one-off wheels that were made out of solid chunks of aluminum, and it took a number of hours to make each one of them. And from what I hear, the retail price on the whole set is around $25,000 to $30,000. So yeah, something that you're not really gonna see on any other truck. Now I do remember a number of years ago when the guys came up to me and they had the rendering for the truck. It had a flip hood and a tilt bed, and I thought, okay, cool, it's a transformer truck. I'm not really into that, but let's see what you guys create. And I think they bit off a little bit more than they could chew, as it took a while to really develop all the hinges and everything to make that all happen. But it's working now, and it looks absolutely great. Other little touches are the interior, which has TMI Products seats in there. That looks absolutely great. And on a personal note, man, I really love this truck. I even had a dream about it. I thought it was mine. I thought they delivered it to me, and then I woke up and realized, no, it's not. I don't have the truck. But anyways, cool truck to look at. Yes, we have shown a lot of GM trucks just because there was a number of them, but there were some Ford trucks there that caught our eye, especially Wade Sutton's 56 Ford F600. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's huge, let me tell you that. But anyways, Wade had this truck. It was a farm truck. He wanted something to enjoy with his family, so he had Classic Car Studio build this thing. They added another set of doors that are suicide doors, and when you open them up, it's pillarless, so you can see all the way through the interior, which is absolutely flawless. I love this thing. The body's been massaged a bit. The bed was handmade, so all the lines flow very well. Looks absolutely clean. Under the hood is a 6.7 liter Cummins 6-cylinder engine that's also turbocharged. Has 1,000 horsepower. So man, this thing's a full package. It's huge, it's big, it looks great, it's pretty fast too, and many people can enjoy it at the same time. One of the most talked about trucks at the show was Paul Treadwell's 85 C10 known as Red Velvet. Built by our friends at Fat Fender Garage, these guys really outdid themselves on this one, as from front to back, top to bottom, this thing was absolutely gorgeous. Up front was a 6.2 liter LS engine with a Magnuson supercharger, and you didn't see any ugly things like wires or hoses or any of that, just a clean engine compartment, so nice job guys. I think this truck really turned some heads because it was absolutely slammed in front of the convention center in Las Vegas, and that was all thanks to an airbag chassis from GSI with some airlift components, so it really got that thing looking mean and all of that. If you looked at inside of the interior, you would have seen some cool upholstery with Replica leather, really flawless in there as well. But I think what really set this truck apart was the body mods, including the custom grille, bumper, and even marker lights that were replaced by rear view cameras. But topping it all off was the red paint job with the white stripes. It was all done in BASF paint and really set this thing off. Really made everybody look at this truck, so nice job guys. Getting down to the nitty-gritty of our list is Rod Parsons' 67 Chevy C10. built by Z-Rods and Custom and Fiber Forged. Now what really caught my attention here was the carbon fiber all over the body, and when I went to go talk to the builder, come to find out that it's all carbon fiber. There's no sheet metal at all. Basically what they did was they straightened out the original sheet metal of the truck, they made molds of it, and then laid down carbon fiber in those molds and made a complete truck out of carbon fiber. Inside and out, in the cab, everything. Usually with these type of builds, you're gonna find carbon fiber over sheet metal or parts of it and still some sheet metal. Not the case here, all entirely carbon fiber. This thing weighs 2,700 pounds, so it's super light like a car. So you can imagine it's probably pretty fast. Speaking of, under the hood is a Moran Racing LS engine that's really, that's all built out and everything. Underneath it is a Detroit Speed suspension with coilovers and all of that. This truck was built for racing, and from what they told me, they're gonna take it on autocross tracks and all of that. So it's gonna be really cool to see this thing out there. So hopefully we get to see it and get to show it off. But anyways, another amazing vehicle and a sign of the times of where the customs are heading. Topping my list of trucks at the SEMA Show was Bernard Steimann's 1963 Chevy C10 built by Kindig-it. Now, if you know me, I love first-gen C10s. Heck, I got one behind me. I think they're underappreciated and could look really good. I shot this truck in the summertime in Salt Lake City near Kindig-it, and it took me a while when I got the photos back to notice some of the details on it. Like up front, the grille, the logo is placed on the bottom of the grille instead of the top. The headlights were enlarged. The center opening hood has the markers a little bit closer towards the center. All the seams are gone, all of that stuff. The custom bumpers, they started out as originals, but you know, they have been highly modified. And yeah, just a top-notch job on this truck. So absolutely amazing. It's got a big block engine under the hood with stacked injection. Comes through the hood. The hood has been customized to fit those stacks, all of that. Interior is great. It's got some nice red leather in there and everything. The exhaust comes out through the bed and everything, all nicely done. Sits on top of a Scott's Hot Rods chassis. It's got 22-inch wheels from EVOD Industries and all of that. Really nice job with this truck, and it really tops my list. If you notice, there's some logos that say Peoples on it. So basically what that is Bernard is in the cannabis industry, and guys like that, they have a lot of cash, so he's got a lot of money to spend on vehicles like this. And word on the street is that this truck costs over $500,000. We don't know exactly, as it's kind of rude to ask, but I can imagine it's somewhere in there, maybe up to $1 million, who knows. It's probably one of the most expensive C10s, and it was absolutely amazing to see this thing at the show. As an honorable mention, I want to point out Sam Walton's 76 Ford pickup truck, Replica. Actually, if you don't know, Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart, and he was a real frugal guy. He wanted a vehicle that can take his dogs around in and also help with his business, so he got that pickup truck. Even though this was a replica, it was really cool to see that thing in the North Hall, in the booth, which looked like a replica old Walmart and everything like that. So something that I've never seen before, and it just really caught my attention, and something that I will never forget. All right, that just about does it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed all the awesomeness that I found at the SEMA Show. Please do me a favor by liking this video, because it helps me produce more in the future. If you have anything to say, drop that stuff in the comment section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a future video. And remember, stay fuelish.